Hello, friends, and welcome into the start of the next episode. Today, the plan is to be getting some copper and zinc into some brass. So first up, throw some of those in. Just because I feel like it, I'm turning that into planks and just throwing them in with the blaze burner. Just a few of them for now, and this will start getting brass. There's some brass. Real alloys. So the main reason I wanted to get brass is because I can get this mechanical generator for cobblestone and such, but I can also get mechanical crafters so that I can get a the crushing wheel. So now that I have enough of these, I can quickly just slap it upon these. Take some of this brass H. Then next up, the biggest and more complicated part is just doing that. Getting the rose quartz out of quartz and redstone. Making some sandpaper and sanding it. I did kind of prep, which is kind of wise of me. There's probably an easier way. Oh, there definitely is an easier way with mechanism for this. I just decided first time through we can do it the way it was designed. Or create. There we go, all the mechanical crafters. So I'm gonna quickly clear out an area and get that ready. And with this, I should hopefully be able to, yep, automated assembly. Right, this is a little bit complicated because I'm not only gonna wanna place them all, but I wanna make sure that they all go the right direction, all line up, all go into the same pattern, and all end up having one output. So I will have to build up just a little bit, make sure that everything all goes in the same direction, including up here. And with this last 3, that is exactly enough to get one setup for the crushing wheel. So I'm just gonna quickly gather all the things because I know I don't have all the things for it. Like for now, I know I can at least do this because I keep a stone on me at all times. I can put these. I know I don't have enough andesite alloy, so I'm just gonna throw all those in. Okay, so I lost the clip of me actually completing this first time, and it was so brutally slow, and at this very end point, it compresses, and there we go, crushing wheel. And I added a chest here, so that it just sits there for a second, and then crushing wheel. I put all the other create stuff here for now, so yeah. And one chest plate, one enchanted book. We have a chest plate. I don't have a name for this, I'll name it later. And now we're mostly in Diamond. So I've just spent a little bit more time in this area. Realized I don't want all the villagers to be here. This is more of a temporary location than anything. So let's go find an area and start clearing that out. Well, I think I got a little bit distracted before even getting to that. I was trying to make this place a little bit more hidden, started placing a few vines and these plants called abyss bulbs, but I'm realizing that in order to make it look better off, I need more vines and more leaves. So I'm gonna do what I can now. Come back to it later when I feel like I can do better. Just spam a bunch of leaves around and such. Make it look a little bit more adequate. I don't know. Remove that one and then I think it's okay. It's definitely a lot better off. possibly add a small handful of leaves here as well. Slap one there. Yeah. Feel like we might be missing a leaf somewhere in this general vicinity. So maybe do something like that. And a leaf there, maybe a few more vines. Do like the vines can be on the side of leaves. Did not realize that. So, in other words, this is gonna get slightly covered and I'll have to put more string down. But I'm really loving this entrance to the cave now. So I'm gonna quickly put things away and go clean up. So, this is the rough floor plan of what's gonna be the factory. And I added the path and the stairs down, and then I just diverged the path to go this direction, chopped down a couple trees, and got this part started. And so next up, just starting to remove some more trees and leaves and flatten out the area enough. Because I want to build a few custom trees around the house itself, but I also want to build some form of library here for the librarians. So, in doing that, I'm gonna want to at least fill this area in just slightly, because it's not quite the terrain that I prefer. And I want to be able to remove some of these trees so that I can manage to see what I'm doing. Possibly plant a few more back afterward. This building's gonna be a fair size, so there needs to be enough taken out to be able to build. Okay, next up, I think I want to get some sort of a foundation going. I think probably that is the base of the main structure. Probably build it out maybe about this far. Add some form of door in there. As this being like the main entrance part, possibly we'll have to take that terrain down just a little bit. And then just bring these out. Okay. Just two more. I quickly take a quick nap. And then just sprinkle in maybe a little bit more of this mossy. Then bring it back. Just a little bit. Or technically a lot. Now, the plan for this will eventually be... Okay, do I have any cobblestone? Somewhere in the middle of this, so probably these blocks here, going all the way up, will end up being a chimney. And then this will be a baseline on there, probably up only 2 blocks. And then this would just be the actual entrance here, all the way up, out of bricks, to just kind of give it a certain feel. Let's see how it's looking real quick. Yeah, I can get a hold of that. Probably go up at least 5 before doing a roof. And then just fill in the rest. And then, okay, I guess moss will be the roof outline. And since I'm going for generally quite a steep roof, I'll go like this. And then just map it out over here as well. Just to see roughly what it will be like. Let's just see. Yeah. That could be nice, and then I just have to raise this up way past that. And then just bring this one back to the main roof line. And then probably start the main roof line. Probably 2 blocks down from this. Would be my guess. Maybe a little bit higher up. Yeah. Okay. Actually, maybe I even go 2 blocks above it, and then I start my roof line. Here. How would that look? Yeah, I'm liking that. So, I'm gonna quickly fill in the walls with all the strip jungle log, and we'll come right back to see what's it looking like. Let's see. I kind of want a slightly sloping roof here, where it at least starts a little bit smaller off and then expands. Of course. It's getting there. Let's see what this looks like. I do like that slope. Definitely some of the moss in here will get removed, and probably there. Next up, the shaping. Now, hopefully, is that it? Oh, just one more block. I think I'm pretty happy with this roof shape and the way that it sort of arches. So, I think the next step, besides this, is getting the actual, like, block in that I plan to be as the roof, which for now, I think is going to be this deep slate brick slab. Let's see if I can make this. Yeah. So we'll see what it looks like with the cobbled deep slate with the deep slate brick slabs here. Okay. 1, 3 of those. Yeah, it's starting to look way nicer with that. So I got started on the big roof by adding this simple curve that was on the little roof up to this curve, added a small bit here, went all the way up. Adding this curve was a little bit of a pain, but I got it. So I went all the way across, and then I started adding this because I wanted these windows to be poking out of the roof, so I had to sit here and design it out of moss real quick, and then build it up in the deep slate, which is why the back isn't done, because I needed to figure out how and all this was gonna lay. Okay, I've got most of the roof in now. This is the back side of the roof. I'm currently right here, about ready to put a campfire on it. Really liking the way that it all is. I could not figure out what to do there, and I wanted a separate type of roof, so I just did moss. I got this chimney going from all the way up here, all the way down there, all the way up to the top. And so the thing I was going to work on was just getting one campfire covered in trapdoors up here so that you don't actually see the fire. And then making my way back to doing the roof. Because, yep. Little bit haphazard, this building style of me just going up and down, but it is working. Okay. Just as a basic, I'm loving these bookshelves here, having a little bit of space in between. I'll probably put, like, maybe some lecterns here. I just feel like this could definitely be an appropriate library. Actually, maybe, just maybe, this would be an excellent spot for a reception desk. For the person at the front for you to check out from. Whether or not I'm actually going to put somebody here, yeah. Whether or not I'm going to put somebody there is irrelevant at the moment. I went up 4, and then I put that there so that I didn't have to deal with lighting. I'm actually really loving the way that all this is starting to work out. The second floor is started. Whether or not it's more than that is besides the fact. Got the campfire to put as the sort of, yeah. How about that? I feel like this is pretty alright. Mantle that goes up and over the fireplace, tied the fact that that is specifically the way that it is. And then this will just come up and meet these smithing tables. So then I just have to finish the smithing tables and work on a second floor where I can start putting my villagers in. And also access to a third floor, probably via ladder. And then to those windows. Hey, that was pretty painless. I moved all the villagers over. Realized we didn't need about 2 of them. So I'm really loving the way that this is. This is where I have my stone cutter and a little bit more space for storage and ore barrels. And then upstairs I have the smithing tables there. I put a wall here and started sectioning it off. I really love the way that this works. The main reason that I got the trapdoors and stairs here were to help it so that if I'm nudging them unintentionally, they don't come back out. So, multi-purpose. This guy I cured. This is for my cycling villager trades to make it easier on me. Because I do not want to break another 1,000 lecterns. And so this one's an undecided, so therefore he's unknown. But we have a Sweeping Edge 3, Fortune 2, Silk Touch Villager here, and then they all specifically say what they have. And then this is the anvil for it. And then because I didn't want too big of a staircase, there's just this little staircase that leads up into this area. So, if I... Yep. Let's just put a torch down there. Oh. Well. Goodbye, you awful man. You took over my peaceful library. Yeah. So I feel like everything's pretty much in order. I'll just be cleaning up redstone torches for the next forever. Well, well, well. My boats have worked. I came home only to get shot by a ton of arrows after cleaning up from the library. I just came to empty my inventory. Get out of here. Yeah. I don't have bad omen. Are there no bottles this time? Oh, there it is. Yeah. We can store this for when we want to do that shenanigans, if we want to ever deal with those guys. More than just the shenanigans that just was, because, my goodness, I don't know if I want to. Perfect bedside decor, though. Placement of this portal has been starting to bother me. So, the plan is to take this down, and I set up a staircase to go up there, which just comes out in this general direction up here. Probably put the portal somewhere in this hillside, which is not too far from our library that just got completed. One of the librarians that were previously alive are now, well, that was previously trapped or wandering about. They have trades I don't need, so they found freedom. Doesn't bother me. Get a little bit of this basic design, so it at least seems like it carries over from the previous area. Now I don't want the nether portal to move too far from where it previously was. Oops. So maybe we put a building. I don't want it to take away from the general house. And I think maybe a building here wouldn't be too bad. Would kind of help balance it out. So I think we're going to put another portal here-ish. And I'll grab some moss. And I'll go grab some more moss, get a layout going, and we'll come right back. Yeah. So I did the border, got it all mapped out, and then I started coming in with the blocks I want to use. I'm really liking this limestone and stone brick. And then for the roof, I went for dark oak and curved look. It was just a little bit of a pain for me to completely get that going because I forgot how to make a curved roof for a second. A mix between that and the whole... I needed a second to figure out the terrain and flatten it out and such, but it's in now. I think it will be a really nice house. Probably need to put a fake window in about here. So, let's get building. Okay. I know how unimportant this is, but I'm gonna make the ground out of spruce. And I mean, I'm doing this before I even get any of the walls in. I just feel like it'll help me understand a lot better the feel of it. The purple, not my favorite. So, next up, let's get the walls up to about this height, get the roof across. This roof is quite done. Sticks out a little bit. I think I need a window probably about here. But I think it really blends well with the terrain. And I have a nice door here. Probably, like on the other side, add a nice window. And then, if I can get up here, pick up my crafting table. Possibly add like a small window here. Too high up. So that's too small of a window. So if I do this, now from the outside, that's a nice 3x3. Okay, given that we have villagers, glowstone is kind of a no-brainer here. It's just the easiest option that I can have. And so the issue with this is I need to make sure that this one's on the outside. Well, either or, it's gonna look a little bit funny. So one of these has to be on the outside so the one on the inside doesn't look as weird. And I'm gonna have to craft more. Lovely. This is just awful. I love it, but also the angle in which I need to get these trapdoors, not ideal. I feel like that pulls the look across. I don't like that window. I feel like this piece right here, there's something about it that I just don't like. what if we do this? Set down the crafting table, get some more spruce. Set some stair. Another stair. And then replace this with a trapdoor and a slab. Okay, that's a lot better. And then just add some trapdoors here. Yeah, that's definitely a lot better off. It fits in a lot better. I would prefer to have shroom light there, but I don't have it, and I don't want to go to the nether yet this episode. So that's kind of out of the question. I feel like we need like a custom oak tree or something here to help balance out all the custom trees. I think for now this is a very loud and annoying but decorated nether portal. The interior is a little bit lackluster at the moment. Now that should no longer bother me on noise. Since the other one's spruce, I don't know, might as well. I have this stuff on me, and of course I make gates craftable. I know I have JI, but this is sometimes easier when I don't feel like crafting through JI, or at least searching through it. So I feel like that works just fine on this end. It's nothing major, it just does its job. Probably want to get like a flower box or something here. Just the only question is whether or not the size of the flower box will be too big or too little. I feel like that one's an adequate size for a flower box. I was thinking that this might need some vines, but now that I'm looking at it, I think it's okay without. I did chop a tree that was about here-ish, so I can replant one. Probably here, add something to down here, maybe even turn it into a custom tree. I just feel like from down here, it might be missing that. One last decoration is probably gonna be important, is a door. I feel like that fits well there. I kind of want to put a trapdoor here when I go get the stuff for it. As I put all that away. Can probably just, yeah, craft a few trapdoors for now. Maybe craft one more set so that I can hide the crafting table. And then there's a crafting table in this building. You just don't notice it. Oh, nether portal, if you could be less annoying, thank you. Now I feel like this needs some sort of roof. I feel like spruce and dark oak are not gonna be it because I already have a lot of them in the building. So instead, let's get some jungle slabs. I kind of want to do a slab roof, ceiling, and start it about here. And then where the nether portal is, do a different wall. Probably hide the nether portal frame itself. But this just, I don't know. I love it. It helps decorate the room, give it that finished look it was needing. I feel like, honestly, I'm not gonna hate just hiding this, acting like this wall never existed, and then just adding a lantern, give it some light, more than just that. I feel like this room is pretty complete. Let's at least make sure that this lines up with our other nether portal. Yep. It goes exactly where I wanted it to. Links up to a previous one, which will need to be edited slightly to make it safer. That at least makes this area a lot more manageable. I didn't bring a door for down here because I didn't have any more dark oak doors. I ran into this cave system while down here and I just didn't know what to do with it. So I just ended up leaving it. I feel like that door there works. I didn't want to exactly fill it off, and the staircase was just a rough one, so the entrance, we have a lower entrance from this staircase, and we have an upper entrance. So this staircase, I think I'm actually going to cut down and just have a landing right about here at this level. Cut it off about here, and then up there just re-add all the terrain that I removed to add this staircase, which kinda sad that I'm doing this, but whatever. Honestly, it doesn't bother me. The whole reason that I removed this terrain was just so that I had a rough idea as to where to put the nether portal house. And now that I have that in, I feel like everything's pretty okay. It's going off just fine. I have a nice house here, so eventually I'll need to get some sort of pathing to it. I will need to change out the blocks for this so it's not obvious. Just wanted to at least have a path. Maybe even have it wind up and this way. And then this path should... Yeah, there's the other path there. I think the connection point that I want will actually be just to have it hook up over here. So that there's a divergence point here. Yeah. Oh, I fell into the cave. Well, it's a good thing I have a lot of spare dirt. Just to do that, so that I at least know that I want a divergence point here. So there's the point to go down there. There's the point to go to the nether portal. Which I can definitely add a different path on that side. I just feel like having trees on either side of the path and having a winding path is definitely a lot better off. Sadly, I think this is where we part ways for this episode. So, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!